If you're seeing this right now, 3 impossible things may have already happened. First, you've been thinking about a victory that feels completely out of reach. Second, strange coincidences have been showing up around you lately. And third, something inside you suddenly decided to click on this video, even though you had no reason to. That isn't random, because according to quantum theory, observation changes reality. And if that's true, what if this video isn't finding you? What if you're finding proof that something has already changed? Stay with me, because near the end of this video, I'm going to reveal the one sign that scientists can't fully explain. A sign that appears right before a person's life takes an unexpected turn. Most people ignore it. The people who don't never see reality the same way again. Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering that the version of you who already won already exists. Sounds impossible, right? But in quantum physics, particles can exist in many states at once. Multiple possibilities, multiple outcomes, multiple versions. And here's the strange part. Your brain doesn't live in certainty. It lives in possibilities. Every decision you make creates another road, another version, another you. So let me ask you something. Why do certain dreams refuse to leave your mind? Why does one vision keep returning over and over again? Why do you suddenly feel like something big is coming, even when nothing has changed? Maybe because something has changed. Maybe you're sensing a version of reality that's getting closer. Think about the last few weeks. Have you felt restless? Have old habits suddenly become uncomfortable? Have certain people started disappearing from your life? This is where things get strange. Before any major transformation, systems begin to reorganize. Stars do it. Nature does it. Even your brain does it. Chaos often arrives before a new pattern is born. But most people mistake this stage for failure. They think everything is falling apart. What if it's actually rearranging? Because the quantum field doesn't work the way we think. People imagine it as some magical force. But physicists describe it as an invisible ocean of possibilities, and every possibility exists as information. Now here's the question. Nobody asks, why do certain possibilities pull your attention more than others? Why are you obsessed with one future but completely ignore another? Could it be that your mind is responding to something beyond what your eyes can see? Pause for a second. Remember a moment when you knew something would happen before it did. A phone call, an opportunity, meeting someone. You couldn't explain it. You just knew. Millions of people have experienced this. Science calls some of it intuition. Others call it coincidence. But what if intuition is simply your awareness touching information before it becomes physical? That's where things become uncomfortable. Because if that's true, then your future may be influencing you right now. Read that again in your mind. Your future influencing your present. Suddenly, all those strange feelings make more sense. The urge to change, the feeling that you're meant for something else, the sense that your old identity no longer fits. Maybe it's not confusion, maybe it's a signal. And here's the first thing people miss. The quantum field doesn't reward certainty. It responds to expectation. Athletes know this, performers know this. The moment they fully believe they can win, something shifts. Their actions change. Their decisions change. Their energy changes. And eventually, their reality changes. But there's another layer, a deeper one, because the field may have already confirmed your victory, not by handing it to you, but by making you unable to forget it. Think about that. Why can't you let go of this dream? Why does it keep returning? Why are you here listening to this? Because some possibilities fade. Others refuse to die, and the ones that refuse to die often become the stories people later call destiny. But here's the twist. Most people think victory arrives with confidence. It doesn't. Sometimes it arrives as discomfort, as uncertainty, as a strange feeling that your current life is too small. Because when your identity starts changing, your old reality no longer feels right. And that's where people quit. They mistake transformation for failure. They turn back, they shrink, and they never discover what was waiting on the other side. So here's an uncomfortable question. What if your anxiety isn't always fear? What if sometimes it's expansion? What if it's your mind trying to adjust to a bigger future? Now pay attention. This next part changes everything. Researchers studying decision-making discovered something fascinating. Your brain often makes choices before you're consciously aware of them. Before you think you've decided, something deeper has already moved, which means the version of you that succeeds may begin emerging long before you consciously realize it. The victory starts in silence, long before evidence appears, long before the results, long before anyone believes in you. And this is exactly why people feel alone during transformation. No one else can see what they're becoming. Not yet, because reality often changes twice. First inside, then outside. That brings us to the sign I mentioned earlier, the one that appears before unexpected change. It's this: synchronicity, repeating numbers, unusual encounters, hearing the same message from different people, thinking of someone right before they contact you. Scientists still debate why these experiences happen, but one thing is certain: they are powerful enough to stop people in their tracks, because they create a feeling that's hard to explain, a feeling that reality is speaking. Maybe it is. Or maybe your mind is suddenly noticing connections that were always there. Here's the mystery. No one fully knows, and that's why these moments feel so powerful. They stand on the border between science and something we still can't explain. Now I want you to think carefully. What signs have appeared in your life recently? What patterns have you been ignoring? What dreams refuse to leave? Because maybe, just maybe, they aren't random. Maybe they're reminders that the person you're trying to become isn't far away. Maybe that version of you is already reaching back, pushing you, guiding you, refusing to let you settle. And if you're seeing this video right now, there's one final possibility. You didn't click because you were curious. You clicked because a part of you already knows. A part of you believes something bigger is possible. A part of you is tired of living as the old version. So here's the unresolved mystery. If the quantum field truly contains every possibility, then somewhere a version of you has already won. The question nobody can answer is this: why are you starting to feel that victory now? And maybe that's the real reason certain ideas refuse to leave your mind. Because every time you ignore them, they return. Every time you doubt yourself, that quiet feeling comes back, almost like something is whispering, "Keep going." Think about it. The biggest turning points in people's lives rarely announce themselves. They don't arrive with fireworks. They arrive as a feeling, a nudge, a strange sense that you're standing at the edge of something important. Most people walk away from that feeling. A few listen, and years later, those few look back and realize that was the moment everything began to change. So if your life feels uncertain right now, if old doors are closing, if you're questioning who you are, don't rush to call it failure, because sometimes the old version of you has to become uncomfortable before the new version can appear. Maybe this isn't the end of a chapter. Maybe it's the space between two realities, the place where one identity ends and another begins. And if the quantum field really is an ocean of possibilities, then your job isn't to control every wave. It's simply to decide which possibility you will keep moving toward. The one built on fear, or the one built on belief. Because eventually, one of those versions becomes your life. And here's something worth remembering. You don't need absolute proof before taking the next step. You don't need everyone to understand you. You don't even need to know exactly how things will happen. You only need the courage to act as if your future is already possible. Because every great transformation starts the same way. Invisible, quiet, uncertain, until one day it isn't. So tonight, before you sleep, ask yourself one question. If a victorious version of me already exists somewhere among infinite possibilities, what would that version do tomorrow? Then listen carefully, because the answer that appears in your mind might be the very first step toward becoming that person. And maybe, just maybe, the fact that you're still here, listening to these final words, is your confirmation, not that the journey is over, but that it has already begun.